Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan and thank you so much for coming by. So, because of everything that's going on, I wanted to make this video and show you exactly how to get Uber's 14 days of sick leave that they announced. Ever since the lockdown happened, Uber did announce that they would be providing 14 days of sick pay to drivers, but at the beginning they were pretty, vague about how much it was gonna be, and then they came out with an earnings bracket of how much you earned over the average over the past 6 months or 30 days or whatever, and drivers were still a little confused, and a lot of drivers didn't really know how to, contact them to get their sick pay. And I think it was kind of Uber's intention was that they didn't really want a lot of drivers applying for their sick pay, the 14 days, because let's face it, I mean, Uber, I don't know why, but if they wanted drivers to do it, they would have made it super clear, had a form to fill out and made it super clear, but no. They did make it pretty tough, but fortunately you guys have me, and I wanted to just, I have nothing against Uber. I think they're, well, whatever. That's a whole nother story. But basically, I'm gonna show you step by step how to get the 14 days of sick pay, and no, you do not need to be tested positive or in quarantine or anything crazy like that. There are ways to get it, and I'm just gonna make this video as short as possible. I even came up with a step-by-step process and an example letter that you need to get from your healthcare provider, because that's what they tell you is one of the qualifications to get it. So you could, and there's drivers who have already gotten $1,600. I'm just gonna sync up my phone really quickly here, and I'm gonna show you these people already did get their sick pay 14 days, and they haven't even tested positive either. So let me just show you a little quick screenshot here. This is my phone here. Okay, so here we go. This is a guy who got here, I'm gonna push it up and down in 3, 2, 1, down, up. Sorry, that's just so I can sync it up. But anyways, here you can see he got $1,622.60. And apparently that was his average earnings over the past, I think it's 6 months or 30 days, don't quote me on that, but whatever the case is, his average out that he got was $811.30 times 2 for 2 weeks, and he got 1,000, and you can see the allocation right there. That's the money that he got was specifically for that. There's no trips in here. I have one more example here too. Let's see where it is. Here we go. Hi Eric, we hope your recovery is going well. We are writing to confirm that you are eligible for financial assistance for 14 days and that your payment of $1,055.60 has been processed. You should expect to receive this in your pay next statement or immediately if using instant pay. So guys, I'm gonna show you how to do it in a second. I just wanted to say this is on Uber's website, guys. There are 4 requirements for drivers. You only need to, it says, if any of the following happens. So really quickly, you don't need to be positive, guys. I just want to show you it's much simpler than that. And the reason they're doing it is because, rider apps are down and drivers can't earn money. But here we go. What are the criteria for drivers and delivery people to be eligible for this financial assistance? So both Uber and Uber Eats, guys. In order to ensure we can provide support to those who need it most, we will provide financial assistance to you if any of the following happen. 1, you are diagnosed. Can't say that word. You'll see that as a trend. If I do say that word, I will get demonetized, so I'm just not gonna say that word, but you guys can read. It goes, so 1, you are diagnosed with blank. I'll just say blank instead of that word. 2, you are placed in an individual blank, also can't say that word, by a public health authority. And 3, you are asked to self-isolate by a public health authority or licensed medical provider. I'll get back to that one in a second. Or 4, your account is restricted by Uber as a result of information provided by a public health authority that you have been diagnosed or you have been exposed to someone diagnosed with blank. So, sure, if you were tested positive, then that makes it, I guess, technically easier for you to get your sick pay. But if you were not tested positive, we are going to focus on number 3. Number 3, you are personally asked to self-isolate by a public health authority or licensed medical provider. What is a licensed medical provider? It's your doctor or the person at the front desk who works at your doctor's office or wherever you go to get let's say you have Blue Cross, Anthem, Shield, Kaiser Permanente, whatever it is, call them up and say, hey, maybe you have a health risk, maybe you have asthma, maybe you have diabetes, maybe you have heart problems, maybe you're just older, or maybe it doesn't even matter. Everybody's at risk for this. Like, that's the main theme that we've been getting at. So just call them up and say, hey, I'm an Uber driver and I don't, think I should be going out working right now and doing rides because I don't want to get sick. And all they do have to say, guys, is they need to write a letter, and it needs to, let me just show up a letter of a woman. She already got the sick pay and she gave some great advice, and I'm gonna show hers first, and she did already receive it with a very simple letter. Where is it at, guys? Is it in my Facebook group, or I thought I took a screenshot of it. Here we go. This was her, from Just Lynn. She goes, just want to let people know that I was approved for the financial assistance through Uber today. I'm full-time, so I received pretty much the max amount, but it's not bad. I did have to harass them, but it went through fairly quickly once I gave them exactly what they needed. So this is the big deal. For so long, nobody knew what Uber needed in order to do this. And it was like, I had one guy, he said he contacted Uber, gave him a letter, and they're like, oh, that's not good enough. We need a letter from the government. And then after that, they finally came out with those 4 things. So this is what she said. The doctor note needs to specify that you are blank, specifically to reduce the spread of the virus. They don't care if it's just because you have an underlying condition and symptoms. It has to say you are blank so you won't spread it to others, guys. So that's what you need to say. You need to have your doctor write out a letter like that to you for you to then send to Uber. You definitely want to have a copy of that letter so you can be, you don't want to say, oh, hey, can you send this to Uber? The doctors, that's not on the priority list. Say you need the doctor, you need the note, and I'm sure they will, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to write you a quick letter. It doesn't need to be long at all. And here, I even wrote up an example note that you guys can say. This is what it say. So, to whom it may concern, blank, this is your name, this is what your doctor's note should say. Something like along the lines of this. I'm just writing this, I'm not a medical professional, but if you get a doctor's note, if you do get a doctor to write this, it needs to be a doctor. Obviously, don't fake this, guys. This is serious stuff. To whom it may concern, patient's name, that's your name, is currently under advised to stay home. If this needs to be like from your doctor, something like this, guys. I'm just writing this example, so when you do get the note, you need to make sure it has these key words. This word right here that I can't say, that word, and this word. He, she is at risk to contract blank and needs to stay home to avoid exposure. Sincerely. And then this is your licensed medical provider. So let's go back to that note really quick that Uber wrote. It needs to be either from it says self-isolate. You can say self-isolate from a public health authority or licensed medical provider. Okay, sorry guys. I totally forgot to tell you what to do with that letter. So once you get that letter, this was later, by the way, I'm eating dinner, I was editing. But yeah, once you get that letter, you want to open up your Uber app. Try to hide my location here. Go down and click on help, or the question mark, click on there. And then scroll down and either click on, or yeah, you need to basically click on call support. That's the number you're gonna call right there, or whatever pops up. But yeah, that's a good one, you can call that one. And just explain to them that you have the letter, and they will know what you're talking about. So just tell them you have the letter to get your 14 days of sick pay, where do you send it, and they'll probably give you an email to send it. And yeah, then you can get your sick pay for 14 days. So yeah, it should be a, basically an average of your earnings over the past 6 months. So thank you all for watching. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, bye. So there you guys have it. That's it for the video. I literally just wanted to show you guys how to get it, how to get 14 days of sick pay. Definitely go ahead and get it. If you want to get that 14 days of sick pay, they're probably going to deactivate your account while you're, for those 14 days, because whatever, you're being asked to not work for 14 days, I guess. Number two, you can get the unemployment well, the PUA from the CARES Act from the government, which could be $600 a week, plus the whatever your average, I don't know, unemployment amount is from your state. And then also the US stimulus bill, the $1,200 check if you make under $75,000. It'll be $2,400 if you make under $150,000 as a couple. And then for every kid you have, it'll be an additional $500. So these three things, guys, are the main things you can do right now to get that money. So again, number one is this, the 14 days of sick pay that I just told you how to get. The unemployment benefits or insurance or whatever, the pay from the federal government and the PUA from the state. And then also the $1,200 checks from filing your taxes, or if you didn't file your taxes, you need to fill out a form. We've made videos on all of these, guys, so go ahead and check those out too. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Bye.